welcome to the Business Book Club. So today I'm going to be telling Caroline all about the Girl Code. So this is the Girl Code by Cara Alwill Leyba. The exciting thing is that we're actually going to be interviewing her next week, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So I'm getting Caroline up to speed before the interview. She will be reading it between now and then.
I will, promise.
It's actually a really nice quick read, actually, so that said. This is one of the ones I started the year with too. I had a bit of a big business book binge in January, which I think is quite nice to sort of kick off the year reading loads of books. And I read this before Girl Boss. I think I read them the same week, and I would say of the two, actually, this is, I think, is better. Maybe controversial. It was self-published, but she's now been picked up by Penguin, so obviously the response to the book has been so good, which so fair play. I really like this. It's interesting. I would say it features a lot of entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurs that it features are not necessarily my kind of entrepreneurs, but it's really interesting because it shows you what a wide range of entrepreneurs there are out there. So, for example, she heavily features a lady who created like nail bars, which is not really something I really understand. Cool. But yeah, really cool. So a real mix of and kind of very different, I think, business examples. So if you feel like maybe you're in beauty or fashion and you don't feel like normally there are examples in books, this is probably quite a good book for you. It's very typical in terms of sort of female business books. There are lots of inspirational quotes. Literally the first quote out of the box is one by Oprah. So I think it says, "Create the highest, grandest vision possible for your life because you become what you believe."
I love Oprah.
We all love Oprah, so a nice way to start. So the way the book's laid out, there are kind of lessons each chapter and then Girl Code secrets as you go throughout. There are some really nice quotes, and I just really liked. I thought it was very accessible, really quick, easy read, but with some really actual, meaty, my favourite word, some really meaty content. She's actually talking about funding, and she's actually she's drawing out the things we're always saying, that there are loads of female entrepreneurs out there, but also that when it comes to things, we're not as confident as men. She uses an example really early on. Female entrepreneurs get only 19% of angel funding and about 6% of venture capital.
Wow, which is insane,
isn't it? Yeah. When you think how many of us run companies. So she's really trying to tackle that sort of head on. From the off, another lovely quote. It's not quite Oprah. She uses a quote from a kid's book. So as Dr. Seuss so eloquently put it, "Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you," which is it's a lovely message for business because we're always saying you need to be passionate, and you need to be honest, and you need to be yourself. So there's just lovely little kind of lessons, her success is not your failure, which I think is a really important message because I think it's in business it's too easy to look at your competitors and just to get jealous, and there's a whole chapter about fueling your envy really, and not being envious of other women, actually taking that and trying to fuel your own success from it, which I think, that's what we do. Girls are jealous, girls are envious, and I think it's interesting because I think, more often women are more destructive to other women than men are to each other. It's really interesting. So I think she's really trying to tackle female problems and female issues, and just a very nice, accessible way. Each chapter, at the end of each chapter, there's a different interview with a different female entrepreneur, and she's asked them the same questions. So things like, what's inspiring you right now? How did you conquer the fear of building a brand? What's one piece of advice you have for a female entrepreneur who's just starting out? And I know they're all quite similar. They're all of a similar ilk, but I think that's being a female entrepreneur, and the people who are successful have recognised the same things, to be fearless. You need to be fearless. It's that overcoming that initial fear. So it's a nice, inspiring book to read. The chapters I've got really nice names, things like Trust Your Own Brilliance, which I thought was quite cute.
Yeah, it's really nice. It looks really accessible as well.
Really accessible.
For someone like me who doesn't like loads and loads of text, it's quite broken up, quite chunky.
It's not massive. It's nice and short. And then there's little exercises you can fill in, things like at the back it says my main takeaways. Each chapter I think there's a page that says my main takeaways from this chapter, which is nice. They quote J.K. Rowling's Harvard commencement speech, which is really lovely. And I've just flagged up the line that got me. I stopped pretending to myself that I was anything other than what I was, and began to direct all my energy into finishing the only work that mattered for me. Had I really succeeded at anything else, I might never have found the determination to succeed in one arena I believed I truly belonged. And I think that's something I've read echoed in multiple business books, that not only does it have to be something that you're really passionate and you care about it, because it's going to be a hard slog, but also focus on the one thing. Don't spread yourself too thinly. Where is your passion? Right. Focus on that one work. And I mean, and look at, like, of all the people to emulate, J.K. Rowling, like, she literally started with nothing. I mean, these incredible stories, and she's a multi-billionaire from one idea. So, lovely. So there's loads of inspiring women quoted in here. One other thing I flagged up, successful women are apparently full of crap.
Okay.
I was a little bit worried when I looked through my notes. It's CRAP, courage, resilience, authenticity, perseverance.
Perfect. I like that. So why would you say this is different? Because you read so many business books. You've always got one in your hand. Why is this one so good? What differentiates it?
I think the fact that it's that combination of it is a quick read, but all of it is valuable. And I think possibly the reason I liked it more than Girl Boss. Girl Boss felt a little bit more like an autobiography, whereas this is not in any way about Cara Alwill Leyba. And it's really interesting because she has got a really interesting story, and I suppose I probably do associate more with her because she started as a blogger too.
Oh right,
so she started her career as a blogger. But yeah, I think it's very concise. She gets to the point. You kind of, I guess, one of those books where every page you do feel like you're learning something. You've got something you could take away. There's definitely a quote that you could take away, and she just really recognises what it is to be a woman in business. You know, chapter 8, don't hate her because she's successful. Like, I mean, it just does what it says on the tin. So this, I would say, of all the sort of female entrepreneur books that I've read so far, if you're going to read one and you're going to read it from cover to cover, at the moment, I would say this is my favourite one, which is good that we're interviewing her on Wednesday. So get a copy. They're $12.99 in dollars, so I think probably like £10.
Yeah, so not too expensive.
Yeah.